Hi, welcome to the Obachanchatter. I done did something, move my camera. I'll just leave it like this. Anyway, welcome to the Obachanchatter. I'm here to do OB's movie review for Immaculent 2024. This is a psychological horror that takes place in beautiful Italy, Rome, and the Vatican. A beautiful church. A side note, just for those, I lived in Italy for 7 years. Yes, I this beautiful country, beautiful. Anyway, this movie is directed by Michael Mahan, and the star in this show is Sydney Sweeney and Dora Romano, who was also helped the Sydney lady. Sydney Sweeney. She helped do a little bit of producing. Most of this was Italian because it's in Italy. So most of the sisters in the church were Italian. This was released on it's 89 minutes. It's 89 minutes. It cost 9 million to make, but it box office brought home 22 million. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. This movie focuses around the Vatican and sisters, religion, dogma, propaganda. If you really look at the movie through a little sidestep, it will have a lot to do with what's going on now with all these I can you say abortions on YouTube? Okay. Um, this girl been watched for a long time in the United States, and her what they call it? Their what are their things clothes? Their mission clothes or their church clothes. Their diocese was moved to somewhere else, so the diocese didn't do nothing. He was old and they didn't have the support in the community like they did. So they offered her an opportunity to come to join this this convent. So she takes up the offer, but before she can get there, the scene opened up where you hear this lady just trying not to breathe hard, and she's sneaking around this old ass creaking floors. Cause them houses I think the castle that they staying in, the church they're in is like 700 years old. Ooh, it's too old for me. So she like tiptoeing through it, but she opened up this drawer, but she's trying not to wake up this. I guess there's somebody in charge or the key holder. So all these goddamn keys. Why she pick up the key like that? Wasn't she supposed to put her hand around the keys and squeeze them, then pull them out the drawer? So anyway, I guess the lady can hear her, so she tried to run. She running from the convent. I ain't never seen nothing like that in the middle of the night, and they in the middle of no fucking where. I'm talking about nowhere. I mean nowhere. So anyway, she trying to work the keys, but when she look up behind her, there's four of them nun ladies behind her, the head ones in charge, and she can't get out the gate, but she can barely squeeze it. When they get her, they pull her through them gate things. I believe they break something. They break her leg, they break her arm. Anyway, she ain't around no more. She gone. So anyway, we got this new sister that's coming. I think her name is Cecile. Want to say I didn't put her name down. No, I didn't. I just leave her name with her real name is Miss Sweeney. Okay, so she there, and it's weird. It's some of the sisters who don't have families because they know they didn't get married or nothing. They come to this convent to go to transition over to the next life, like they might have Alzheimer's, be sick and shit. So the well nurses take care of the sick, the well nuns take care of the sick nuns, and it don't take long before the girl, she started knowing that Sweeney. She started thinking like this something ain't right around here. Something a little bit off. So, to be a nun, it's gotta be certain shit that gotta happen that you can't let happen. Or vows you gotta take. So she take all her vows. So it's a vow ceremony. So she come. This one girl said, if you don't want to take your ceremony, you ain't gotta worry about it. But this girl's a bitch. This is a nun. You ever met one of the people, you be like, there's no way they're part of the church. They's evil as hell. Well, she one of them. So she said, I'm going to take my vow. So when she's saying her vow, she doesn't speak Italian. So they translated for her and she said, and then something about kissing his ring. And she was like, I ain't really down with kissing a ring. And, he looked at her, the priest looked at her and like, you're supposed to. So anyway, she's like, hey, fuck it. So she kind of kissed it reluctantly, but she kissed it anyway. So anyway, she started throwing up and shit, and she's sick all the time, and she don't know why she's sick. So they said, so anyway, something happened to her when she wake up. They said, "You sick? You been with a man?" She was like, "What? No, I ain't been no damn man. What you trying to say?" It's like, cause you got all the symptoms of somebody that's been with a man. Somebody been looking down there in them drawers, girl, and she was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?" She didn't say what the fuck, but they was like. So they gave a pregnancy test, and she was like 3 or 4 months pregnant. She was like, "There's no way. Why is that?" But see, these fools, oh, it's immaculate conception. This is the one, this is the one. So what these fools have been doing is they get the healthy nuns to come to live at the convent, right? And they impregnate them. But who they're impregnating with is what they say is the DNA off the nails that was driven in Christ's hand. Still when they pull the shit out, it's DNA all on it. Come on, that many years, y'all still got DNA on there. So anyway, they around here making creature babies and shit at the church, putting them in jars and shit. So next baby inside of her. And so she believe it, but she don't really believe it because she's like, if I'm pregnant, it's a massive conception. I don't remember Mary having all these goddamn problems. I mean, she had problems with the folks. When she had problems with the folks, or someone was like, why would he get her? Why would God grant her to have the baby? How come I ain't had the baby? They were trying to drown this bitch and everything. I was like, y'all jealous? What the fuck, y'all? Who wanted to have the responsibility of raising Jesus on their hand? I know, I know. I be in too much trouble. Woo, Lord. So anyway, let me quit. So anyway, they was trying to kill her and shit. So anyway, she was like, but this don't feel good. She said, man, my fucking teeth falling out my mouth. So she started saying, fuck this doctor over here. He see old bitches who don't menstruate no more. I want to see me a doctor out there. So it's like, no, he the best doctor in the world. No, no, no. She said, no, I want to say a doctor. And it's like, no, bitch, you ain't gonna go see no doctor. You gonna stay your ass right here. So one morning she in there howling and screaming. Everybody can hear her running, and they running too, cause she got Jesus in her. So they running, and it's blood and shit everywhere. And she's like, I think I'm losing the baby. I think I'm losing the baby. So anyway, they gotta take her to the hospital now because they're scared. So they put it in the car. The main people, they put it in the men. They put it in the car and they driving it right. And she back there, oh God, please don't stop, hurry up. So the mother come in the room to clean up where her mess was, so if she come back home, the room could be clean and shit. So she's crying, oh God, don't take the baby, make the baby right. So she see all this blood and shit. She looking around, and I don't know if this girl had killed a rabbit or she killed something that made it look like it was her blood. So the phone rang while they're in the car. And the mother's on the phone in Italian going, fuck off, this bitch done killed something. And made us think that Christ, the baby, is dead inside, that it's dying or something wrong. Like, get that bitch and bring her back. So when he was talking the mother was talking to the guy, he was looking back. I don't know what the fuck is this thing keep jumping over my. Can y'all see this? Because I can see this. No. They want me to click on something, but I'm scared because my son will fuss at me. Because he always clicking on shit and fucking up computers and giving us viruses. Well, he don't say it like that, but he say it like that. So anyway, he was looking back there. She was in the back seat. He was like, yeah, okay, okay. Stop the car. And she was like, why are you stopping? No, don't stop. So she knew that bitch and found that thing up under her bed, that animal, whatever it is. Whatever it was that she got the blood to make it look like her blood. Might have been a whole chicken or something. I think it's what it was, a chicken, because they had to teach them how to cook. They had to do everything. You talking about fresh from the farm? Them motherfuckers had to. You want chicken at night? You was cutting it up about 4 o'clock. I mean, killing it and draining it and all that shit. So I think it was the chicken that she had pretended that she had to get the guts up to learn how to cut the head off of one. So anyway, they take her back and they lock her up and shit. And like she trying not to eat and all this type of shit. You know how it go. They what is she doing? So they're keeping her prisoner and tell her, why you acting like this? She about to have the baby Jesus, this and that. She's like, I ain't having this baby. So she sit around and come up with a trick and she get loose and it's fire everywhere. But she wound up going through the what do you call them things? When they graves up under up under the building, what do they call them? Not concubines. That's not a thing. What do you call them things when they graves in the inside of a cave? I don't know. It was like a graveyard, but it's not called that because you can actually look over and see the people. They just dig out, excavate some dirt out of the wall, out of the side of the wall, and they just stick the people there. Anyway, she was down there in one of them. And when she was down there, them friends, the ones I said was talking shit and trying to kill her, and the one that was trying to run away, they had mummified all the way or hadn't decayed like they supposed to. So they were just over there, over there looking fucked up like how they killed her. So she starts screaming and shit. But all this time is going on, right? Her water broke like maybe 40 minutes before all this shit started happening. And she's still going huffing and puffing. And the dude, the priest, she set him on fire or some kind of way. He's so determined to have this baby Jesus. He gonna have that baby. So he followed her down through the cave and they start fighting and shit, and somehow another way she overtake him, and she's still crawling, and she can see some light coming. She don't have to go back through the Vatican, through the church no more. She can see from where the caves are outside. She can see daylight, so she walk outside, and then the baby really coming down. They don't never show us the baby. They just show us her having and howling and crying, and she pick up a rock and bust that motherfucker in the head, and then that's the end of the story. And when I was thinking about this, it kind of reminded me of it's just like what we're going through now. And I said the abortion stuff, like that's the big thing on the voting agenda for this election is women knowing what their body. It ain't cool to impregnate me. If I want to have a fucking baby, I don't want to have a baby. Now, granted, I don't think people should use that type of termination for termination. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I was one of them people. If you know you do not want it, and you don't want nobody else to have it, don't have it. If you don't want to have it, but you don't mind somebody else having it, you can do that too. But I'm saying either way you go, you biting off some shit because you can have it and not want it, but when they get older, it's looking for you, and it ain't gonna be hard to find this shit. Just like how it used to be back in the day, I think finding your adopted parent and shit. That shit easy as a motherfucker now. Ain't no hidden adoptions. You find whoever fuck you want to find. So to me, that was about it was her body. It's like I mean, maybe I'm reaching, but I don't feel like I'm reaching because it's kind of like the same thing. She was like, I ain't having no goddamn baby, and you're not gonna make me have no baby. You ain't gonna make me have no baby that your ass manufactured. I'm just saying. So I don't know. Would I give this movie? About a 7. I took maybe a 6.5. I give it a 6.5. So I don't know. See it, don't see it. Like I said, it made 9 million. No, budget was 9 million. It made 22. Yeah, and it's for it's one of them movies for them extreme religious believing people. Ain't no damn DNA still sitting on no nail from 3,000 years ago, and you think it's the nail that Christ had in his hand. You know how many people don't touch that? Get out of here. So anyway, that was my review for this movie. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you stay here with me for 14 minutes and 25 seconds, and I love it. Bye now.